Peace, family, streets, bars, brand, out killer. And I was going on the rant, and I'm continuing my rant a little bit. Men have to understand that same, we got to understand two things. In the 60s, women chose the government over men. For real. That's what happened. If people can say whatever they want to, feel different, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Feel different. But that's what in the respect happened. You know what I'm saying? A certain aspect of women, a lot of women chose daddy government over daddy. And that's harsh. That's a very harsh thing. But we gotta see the truth. Number one, that part. Number one. Number two, we gotta understand that a lot of mothers have chosen the sisterhood over their own sons. Understand that it's not a guarantee that your mother hates you, even if she does that. She's programmed. But we have to be smarter. We gotta be smarter. Gotta be smarter. We do. And if these people, because the sisterhood is the problem. You have women out here that would never go against the sisterhood, no matter how toxic and poison it is. You have, and see, sure, seven. I hate it. I hate the hoe. Okay, because I think she's playing a very dangerous game, and she might want to watch it for her. She get her ass sued, and all that money she claims she has, they're not gonna have no more because that the motherfucker gonna sue you for it. So you might want to shut the fuck up. Just my opinion. All the money that you're supposed to be making is not enough to cover a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? And all you do is spit lies. All you do is spit lies, and really it's to the point where it's like you're a Nazi. You're a female Nazi, feminist Nazi. That's what you are. Fem Nazi. That's what you are. And all those women in your comment section are feminazis also. And I almost will advise a man to look. I'm gonna say this: men, when you get married to somebody, you dealing with somebody long term. If you got the paper, you might want to get a motherfucking private investigator to find out what's going on because a lot of men are under the delusion that see, men are delusional also. Men are delusional in the fact that they actually think that a horrible woman is an okay or good woman. We're delusional also because we've been programmed. A lot of us have been programmed by single mothers to be that pushover that they wish your father was but wasn't. Say that again. A lot of mothers have trained their children, their sons, to be the simp that their father was not. That's what it is. That's what it is. This, like I said all the time, you have to watch a woman who can't admit that another woman did anything wrong, and that's what they do. They, really, that's the key to this fuckery. A lot of modern women feel like if they can justify it, their justification is true, and it's not. It's not. You're a horrible piece of dog poo, and I will hope karma's real because you need a little payback. You need a little bit of straightening, amigos. You need a little bit of straightening. You do, and I honestly think men need to see the truth of the matter. You know, you can love your mother, but you gotta understand that some of these mothers shouldn't even be mothers, first of all. Second of all, just because you gotta see things for what they are, man. See things for what the fuck they are. And just because you was trained to put your life on the line for a woman you don't even know, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. You know what I'm saying? Not in a way to where, like I said, if it's going too far, it's going too far. You know, you need to step in, because half of these men, they put their hands on women, more than half. They are not gonna put their hands on a nigga like me, straight up. And I know that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, just make sure you're right, man. Make sure you're right. Don't put your life at risk for a demonic whore. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't end up putting yourself in, in a dangerous way for a woman that you wouldn't even talk to if you passed in the street. Don't do it. Because your life is more important than her BS. Straight up. You know, I just think, you know, the craziest thing to me is women want to complain about men, but 8 out of 10 times, well, maybe that's that, but 8 out of 10 times, who raised these men? Not men. Men didn't raise these men like they should be. You know, these women did. You know what I'm saying? These women raised them. So, and that's, like I said, that's part of that fuckery. If you can get somebody to believe that they're right and they're wrong, that's just not wise. That's horrible. That's like one of the worst things ever to me. Because then you got what we have now. Stupid mofos going online, spewing hate speech, lying, spitting statistics that are not even right. And like I said before, I would advise certain people to not do that shit, because you gonna come across the right one. They got a little bit of paper, and they there. I got a little bit of paper, I can fight the case. Just like Jay-Z said, I got a little paper, I can fight the case. And some people will sue that ass. Straight up. Like I said, Cheryl 7 is a piece of crap to me. Because all she does, she's a female Nazi. I say, I don't even know how other ways to say it. You know, we need to tighten up. As a whole, we need to tighten up, and we need to be smarter. The population cannot take the hands off the wheel. Ain't no Jesus take the wheel on this one. You better drive, Negro. You better drive, in my opinion. We have to start driving. We have to start looking at the fucking road maps ourselves. We have to. You know, instead of just going off maps. Because guess what? The maps might lie to your ass. And you're might be enabling the problem. And I think a lot of these simps are enabling the problem. You know, they just going along. They just going along to get along. You know, they're just. The sisterhood has destroyed women and men. And if somebody doesn't stop the poison toxic from flowing, we all going down. That's my opinion. This Phoenix Bar Spread Down Killer. Peace.